عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. Welcome to a new episode in our series إن أريد إلا الإصلاح ما استطعت. And today our topic is about relationships and how reforming society starts with repairing our relationships. We live in a time where our communities are broken apart. And this is not because of external enemies, but it's because of broken relationships. Family members don't talk to each other. Friends turn into rivals over small misunderstandings. Online debates turn into real hatred between brothers and sisters in faith. And let me tell you a fact. A divided ummah is a weak ummah. So if we want to fix society at large, we need to first fix our relationships. We need to fix our communities. And this is not a luxury or not kind of a side issue for us to tackle if we like it. No. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us clearly in Surah Al-Hujurat, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةٌ فَأَصْلِحُوا بَيْنَ أَخَوَيْكُمْ. Indeed, believers are but brothers. So fix and make peace between your brothers. So brotherhood in Islam isn't just a concept, it's an obligation. That's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us. And if we let small conflicts divide us, then we weaken our ummah. And the second thing here is an amazing proof actually. The Prophet ﷺ is telling us, shall I not tell you of something that is better in degree than fasting and prayer and charity? And here he meant the extra prayers, not the obligatory prayers. It is reconciling between people, for disputes and bad relations are a razor, which means that shaves off faith. So here, and that's hadith narrated by Abu Dawood. So many of us focus on the direct acts of worship. Nothing wrong about that. However, the Prophet ﷺ is telling us here that reconciling between people that have problems between them is as important. It's even better in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So fixing a conflict can very well get you more reward than extra prayers and fasting. And the Prophet ﷺ is even teaching us the etiquette of how brothers and sisters in faith would deal with each other. The Prophet ﷺ is telling us that it is not permissible for any Muslim to be abandoning his brother more than 3 days. And the best amongst them, the better of the two, is the one who starts with salam. So, and narrated by Bukhari and Muslim. So here Islam doesn't even allow us to hold grudges. We can't. It pushes us to heal relationships as quickly as possible. And you know how whenever a debate happens, at the same time it's hot, one day it's starting to cool down a bit, fade away and whatnot. By the third day, definitely you guys need to return back as normal as you could get. And the Prophet ﷺ actually has demonstrated that example. Look at what did happen after the conquer of Mecca, and the disbelievers that tortured the Prophet ﷺ, harmed him, did fight against him and all of that. They came to him and he asked them, what do you think that I will be doing to you? They told him, obviously they were trembling to death, and they told him, أخٌ كريم وابن أخٍ كريم. You are an amazing, you are a very good brother, and you are the son of a good brother. So he told them, اذهبوا فأنتم الطلقاء. So you are free, and he did forgive them. And this is in order for him to fix the society at large, because he is looking at the strategic lens, not just looking at the pride and so on. So to be as practical as we can, number one, out of our typical recipe, what is our action plan? Number one, if there is a conflict, make the first move. Don't wait for the other side to say, to make the first move, and don't say, oh, you know what, I can't do it, my pride, my ego, and so on. No, make the first move. Even if the other person was the one who is mistaken, or at least you believe that he is wrong, be the highest person in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Be the winner in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the second thing here is speak with kindness. If someone hurt you with their speech and so on, respond both respectfully and directly. Do not gossip. Do not speak behind their back about them. And more importantly, don't speak in a harsh way and so on. And third, and actually it's very important, last but not least, forgive for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَن يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Let them forgive and let them pardon. You don't want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive you? So here Allah is telling us that the strongest people are those who are able to let go. Let go of any problem. Problems wouldn't last forever. It's a temporary feeling, or a temporary kind of situation. At the end of the day, it will get dissolved, whether you like it or not. At the very least, time will make them obsolete or will make them irrelevant with time passing by. So make sure that you are the strong person who is able to control his desires, his feelings, and more importantly, able to contain whatever feelings of hatred, anger, being upset with someone, all of this, be the one who is able to control his feelings. And finally, our ummah needs to be more unified. We need more unity amongst us. And this starts with stronger families that have no conflicts between them. And it starts with you. So the question here is, will you heal relationships? Will you take Ramadan as a benefit to transform how you have relationships with others, especially those that are the closest to you? The question is yours, and Ramadan is still ongoing. We still have at least a couple of weeks in Ramadan. So if it's not already the opportunity for you to change yourself, what would be the opportunity? Which other month and which other occasion will be the opportunity? We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be among those people whom whenever they listen to the truth, they follow the best out of it. And again, have an amazing Ramadan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.